This is the morning swim show for Friday, August 26, 2011. I'm your host, Peter Bush. In the Finis Monitor today, we'll talk to Missy Franklin. The 16-year-old's breakout swims at the World Championships in Shanghai changed the landscape in women's swimming, making the Americans the clear favorite in all, well, mostly all relays going into next year's Olympics. Missy Franklin joins us right now from Regis Jesuit High School in Aurora, Colorado. Hey, Missy, welcome back to the show. How are you?
I'm so great. Thank you so much for having me.
Did we pull you out of class?
You didn't. No, it's lunchtime. So you guys are making my tummy a little upset, but it's totally fine.
Oh, sorry about that. Next time we'll make sure we time it so that we get you out of class.
Perfect. That would be great.
Well, how is it going back to school after the summer that you had?
It's amazing. It just feels so good to be back and seeing all my friends again. I just kind of feel like I'm home, and that's the best feeling in the world. So just kind of getting back into the swing of things, and I have my first AP classes this year, and that's definitely something new, and I realize how much work that's going to be, but I'm really, really excited.
Well, you just got your driver's license. Are you driving yourself to school now for the first time?
I am, yes. It's the coolest feeling ever. It's so weird, though, because my friend who I would carpool with when I was a freshman and sophomore, she stopped by my house last night, and it was so emotional. I was like, oh, like I'm driving myself, and she's going off to college, so it's definitely different, and I don't get to talk to my mom as much anymore, which is kind of sad, but that's okay.
Did your parents buy you a car?
I actually got my mom's old car. It's a silver 4Runner, and I love him to death, so I wouldn't even ask for a new car.
I was going to say, there's probably some sponsors more than willing to park a new shiny car in your driveway.
You know what? I am perfectly happy with my car. I wouldn't want anything else.
Has there been any conversation about turning pro?
There still really hasn't. I'm very, very set on swimming NC2A. Even with everything that happened this summer, I just feel like, again, I'll say it, college experience is just unbelievable, and it's something that you can only get once. So I think that that's the most important part, is having fun with it, and being able to be a part of a team like that, I think is really special, because I know my team here at Regis has meant the world to me. So I really, really want to get that college experience. So right now, that's definitely pretty set.
Any early thoughts on schools that might be lucky enough to have you?
You know what? I'm definitely keeping my options open right now. I think that my two teammates, Jordan Mattern and Caroline Peel, both went to, Jordan went to Georgia and Caroline went to Cal, and those are definitely two big schools I'm looking at, because I've worked so much with Terry and Jack, and I love them both to death. And I know that Liz Pelton and Rachel Bootsma are now both verbally committed to Cal, so that's definitely interesting, because those two girls are my best friends. I love them to death. So that's definitely interesting. I think Cal's going to have a heck of a lot of backstrokers. So you know what? Right now, I'm so excited for recruiting trips in a year, and maybe I'll get a chance to visit some campuses.
You have dual citizenship to Canada, right?
I do, yes.
I got to imagine they're willing to give you a parliament seat to swim for them at this point.
You know what? No one's come up to me. No one said anything. I think that everyone knows that I'm a United States girl, and there's no change in that.
Well, I can tell you people like my dad are certainly happy that that's the case. You're making his life a lot easier up there in Colorado Springs.
Oh, good. So glad.
You think you could have gone 58 in the 100 back had you swum it in Shanghai?
You know what? I'm so happy with the time that I went in nationals, and there's a reason that I did that at nationals, and I think that when I go a 58, I'll go a 58, and I think that'll especially give me more motivation for this year, because that is such a big goal for me. So I would absolutely love to do that. I'm still ecstatic with how I did at nationals. I wouldn't ask for anything more than that, and I'm actually kind of happy that it went that way, because I think, like I said before, if I had gone a 58, I mean, I'd obviously still be motivated, but now that I'm right there, I think it gives me just that much more little push to go forward.
How did your place on the national team evolve throughout that trip?
Honestly, I think that once you're a part of a relay on a national team, I mean, from that moment on, oh my goodness, everything is different. Like, as soon as you get out there in finals and you're with these three other amazing girls and just, oh my gosh, it's unreal. Like, every time I think about it, my adrenaline starts pumping and I get so excited. But honestly, I think once you have that experience and once you're able to compete at something as amazing at World Championships with that flag on your cap, I just think that the national team becomes so much more a part of you. Like, honestly, I feel so much a part of the team. I feel like all of my teammates support me 100%, and I know that they do, and hopefully they know that I support them 100%. And so just to be on that team with all of those unbelievable swimmers, like, this generation has just been incredible. So to be able to be a part of that and learn from them, it's just been incredible.
Well, it's an interesting situation. You go in as the teen with tremendous potential, but within a week, you're the best swimmer on the team. You know, so do you consider yourself? Well, I think from my objective standpoint, you are now the best swimmer on the team, if not in the world. So do you feel like, you know, I've got to now be a leader on the national team?
Well, thank you, first of all, for saying that. But honestly, with my age right now, we already have incredible leaders on the national team. We had amazing captains on this trip, and I know that it's definitely going to take me a few years to get where they are in terms of leadership and leading the team and having that experience that they can share with others. So right now, I'm just going to try and keep staying positive and help my other teammates stay positive and get them excited and get them ready to swim, which is what I love to do.
Is there a swimmer that still intimidates you behind the blocks?
You know what? I'm actually really happy right now because I've definitely gotten into a mindset where I'm really able to focus on my own race, which is great. And I love that because it makes it so much easier when you get up there and all you see is your lane. And that's all that you're focusing on. And there's obviously incredible swimmers in the world right now. I mean, so many unbelievable names that are going to be at the Olympics next year and trying out. So I think that definitely this next year it'll be fun to watch and see what everyone's doing. But once you get behind the blocks, it's really your own race and just trying to stay in your own head.
Do you try and intimidate others?
I don't really think I could be intimidating if I tried, but I mean, maybe my height kind of scares people, but I don't know. I don't think I could do it.
Have you had the conversation with your coach, Todd Schmitz, on what you plan to swim at Olympic trials?
We haven't yet, actually. Todd's been enjoying a nice little vacation back home. So he just had his 20 questions, so I was going to read that. But we haven't sat down yet. Hopefully we will soon because I'm getting so excited. I miss being out of the water so much. I've started swimming by myself a little bit. We're doing weights. Carolyn and I are doing those together, so it's nice to see her again and work out with her. But I'm definitely getting anxious to start getting back into my training routine again.
Yeah, so we've been predicting 100 free, 200 free, 100 back, 200 back, which you are easily, on paper, capable of not only swimming and making the team in, but medaling. But it's a heavy workload when you add in 3 relays. You think you can handle 7 events in London?
You know what? I'm going to go wherever my team needs me to do. They can put me in the 800, the 400 IM, which probably wouldn't be good for them, but they can put me wherever they want to, and I will swim my heart out no matter what I'm doing. Being on a relay is so special, and I don't think I could ever turn down an opportunity to be on one, just to be able to represent my country. And you know what? Michael had an unbelievable Olympics last year. He had an insane amount of events, a ridiculous workload. I think him and Ryan are going to have an insane workload this year and next year going into trials. So it's just something that's a part of swimming. And I think that the few meets that kind of lead up to it, like all the Grand Prix and things like that, those really help when you kind of have a bunch of those events back to back to back, because it makes it, when you have 30 minutes in between an event, makes it seem so nice and just relaxing. So I think that those meets really help for that. And just going into it, my team can put me wherever they'll need me, and I'll swim my heart out.
Speaking of meets, you'll be swimming in the upcoming year. Will there be any shave and taper meets before trials?
I don't think so. I don't think there would be a full taper meet. I'm not sure about that, though. I might rest a few days going into some meets, but again, I still haven't talked to Todd about it, so still not sure.
You mentioned Carolyn. You guys are back training together. She moved from California, kind of an unprecedented step. You know, this is a two-time Olympian, gold medal winner, moving to train with a 16-year-old girl in a place she's really has no connection to. Do you think others will follow suit in this next year and want to come train with you?
You know, I think that Kara's situation is very special. A lot of people were shocked at what she did. I mean, it is very surprising, but I think that we have been so good for each other, and I absolutely love having her with me here. And everyone's situation is going to be different. It definitely depends on where you are and where you want to go and who can help you do that. So it's really not sure if anyone else is going to follow that and do the same thing, but I could not be happier that Kara moved down here with us, and I'm so lucky to have her.
Well, Missy, before we let you get back to lunch, got one final question. Will the braces still be on for London?
No, I will rip them off if I have to. You know what? Right now, I have my next ortho appointment in like a week, I think. So I'm gonna give him an ultimatum, but hopefully they'll come off in the next few months.
Well, congratulations. It was a ton of fun watching you this past month. Just really spectacular and great for USA Swimming. Congrats.
Thank you so much, Peter. So nice talking to you.
All right, have a good lunch break, Missy.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
That's Missy Franklin joining us in the Finis Monitor from her high school in Aurora, Colorado. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.